Hey, what is up guys? This is Anthony, aka BatBomb82, and today I'll be doing a review of the DC Multiverse 30th Anniversary The Dark Knight Returns Batman action figure from Mattel. Taking a look at the front, we can see that the figure is showcased in a window box packaging. At the bottom we can see the 30th Anniversary Edition blurb and an image of Batman ripped straight from the Dark Knight Returns comic book. Turning the box around, we can see that the figure is showcased on the right side of the packaging, as well as all three figures from this respective wave, including Superman and the Son of Batman. Now with the box out of the way, let's crack this figure open and see what we have inside. Alright guys, now let's take a closer look at Batman here. This is actually a really cool figure. One thing I do love about it, that's very different from a lot of the other like DC type Batman figures, is that this utilizes the Masters of the Universe Classics body mold. So as you can see, it's actually a lot bulkier than what your standard DC Batman figure would be, which is actually a good thing because that matches up to the Dark Knight Returns comic book where he was a lot more bulkier and whatnot. So I actually really do appreciate that they went with that specific mold. Looking at the detail here, love the head sculpt. I just think that it came out really nice. Love that grimace that he has going on. You can actually see the sculpted detailing in the brow of the mask right there. So you can see he's very stern. I love the shortened ears right there. I think those came out really cool. The bat symbol, to me, is a little odd. Mainly because that's not really the accurate symbol that he wore in the comic book. But it still looks pretty good. There's a little bit of paint smudging right there on the yellow. Not too bad though. I do love the belt. A lot of good sculpted detail in this. Really nice yellow, bright yellow. I really do dig that. Just looking around, it goes all the way around. It looks really cool. You see some bat butt right there. There actually is a little bit of dry brushing or airbrushing in the bodysuit itself to show the muscle structure. And it's very hard to tell. I don't know how well it's picking up on camera, but it is a very nice light gray. And there is a little bits of a dark gray going throughout the muscle structure here to really bring out the sculpt. The gloves look really nice. Love that. The little bat wings came out really cool. The boot mold came out really nice. I do love the cape. The cape is a softer, pliable material. It's flared out really well, so I do dig that. And it's soft, so you can flex it around and whatnot and things like that. So it's actually really cool. Once again, I do think the head sculpt is actually pretty awesome. He has a nice squared chin. That's just, classic Frank Miller look for this Batman figure. So I think it came out really well. So as far as articulation goes, the head is on a ball joint. So it rolls around, turns left and right, pretty good. Looks up and down just a little bit, nothing too crazy. The shoulders are ball hinged, so they can go out about that far, go up and down about that much, rotate at the bicep, single bend at the elbow, which was about that far, not too far. Just because the bicep is so big. There is a wrist swivel, so the wrist can rotate like that, left and right. He does have an ab crunch feature, so allows him to crunch over like that far and crunch back about that much. He does have a swivel, allows it to turn left and right, just like that. And he does have the Masters of the Universe Classics thigh joints, so it kicks up about that high, which is pretty good. Out about that much, which is pretty good. Kicks back a little bit, and it does rotate at the thigh there because that's just the way it is. He does have a single jointed knee right there, which is pretty tight right there. That works pretty good. He does have a toe articulation. Allows it to point his toe up and down just like that, and no ankle rocker in there. So for the most part, this is actually a really cool figure. I do love the detailing of it. I do love the bulk of it. And overall, if you do love the Dark Knight Returns storyline, I think you would absolutely love this figure. So for a quick comparison, here he is standing next to Superman, also from the Dark Knight Returns comic book, in which you can see both figures utilizing that Masters of the Universe Classics body mold. And I think these two figures look absolutely amazing standing next to each other. And for your Batman comparison, here he is standing next to the Mezco 112, the Dark Knight Returns Batman figure. Now looking at these two figures side by side, they are both based on the Frank Miller The Dark Knight Returns comic book, but looking at the Mezco version, you can see it is more accurate to the comic book. And for a quick size comparison, here he is standing next to the Masters of the Universe Classics He-Man figure, in which you can see the similar body mold that this Batman figure is actually based on, as well as little Lego Bat-Bomb. So there it is, guys, my review of the DC Multiverse 30th Anniversary Edition Batman from the Dark Knight Returns comic book. If you absolutely love Frank Miller, or just Batman in general, this is a great way to have a piece of that comic book on your shelf. So please comment, like, and subscribe. Stay nerdy, my friends. Peace.